morning, guys. Good morning. Seems to be a beautiful morning. Well, today's video is going to be a long one, but the time has come for me to answer all of y'all's questions that y'all have asked. Thousands of questions. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, go grab some popcorn, because this is going to be a long video today, answering all the questions all you guys want to know about me, my lifestyle, my dog, you know, whatever questions y'all ask. Today's the day. You're going to find them out. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a Q&A, and since it's been a while, I've got a lot of new subscribers, new people watching me. So I'm sure the new people have a bunch of questions about who I am, what I'm doing, and, you know, questions. So about a week ago, I did a video saying if you have any questions that you want to ask me, to please put it in the comments of that video, and I was going to do a video answering all those questions. So here we are. This is that video, and I see there's a lot of comments, like thousands of comments underneath that video. So I'm going to try my best to answer all the questions that everybody left in the comments on that video. So this video is going to be long, and I'm going to try to answer these questions as short and quickly and as best as I can. I do have a bad problem with just rambling on, so I'm going to try not to do that, because I'm probably doing that right now. So, but with the amount of comments that I see underneath that video, there's going to be a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to answer them the best that I can and keep it short and simple. Fingers crossed. But because of the amount of comments that I saw, this may be a part 1 and part 2 video also, because I don't need to have a 4-hour long video. You guys aren't going to watch a 4-hour long video. I wouldn't watch a 4-hour long video. But with that being said, just real quick, I want to let you guys know, I haven't read the comments yet. So you guys know, maybe you don't, but the ones that have followed my channel for a while know that I keep things real. I am an open book. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't act, even though I have a YouTube channel. I'm not an actress. So this is a reality channel. I do no acting. I keep it real. So because of that, I decided not to look at the comments until I started filming. So as I'm answering these questions and reading the comments with the questions on them, it is going to be my first time seeing all these comments and seeing all the questions. So you guys know that I didn't have a chance to read all the comments and practice what I was going to say, or think of something I was going to say for your questions. So yeah, we're going to be seeing these questions together for the first time while I'm answering them. So I will be probably doing a couple of things while I'm answering these questions and everything, because I have a lot of stuff that I got to do this week right here, because I have a very special guest that is coming to the property. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm pretty excited that they are coming. I'm saying they because I don't want to tell you if it's a guy or girl. So but yeah, so I need to get a lot of stuff done before they get here to the property, and that's soon. And then also I do have a Home Depot delivery coming today, so that it's going to be a busy day. But let's get into these questions. All right, we'll start the first couple of questions off. Just relaxing in the bus right now. A little one. Okay. First question, Sarah, just curious, when are you planning on answering these questions that you asked us to leave in the comments? I'm looking forward to that video. Well, Georgia girl, I'm answering the questions right now. It's only been a week, and I told you guys in the video that I made a week ago, I told y'all it was going to be a minute before I would do a video answering the questions. So, so here we are. I'm answering the questions now. And Georgia girl, go dogs. James Anza said, okay, are not questions. A, oh, he's got a whole bunch of questions. You never talk about anything from your 20s. Can you tell us about that decade for yourself in general? So, James, I have a whole entire playlist section about my life stories. It's the whole playlist. If you go to my playlist section, click on playlists on my main page, scroll down until you find the playlist that's titled My Life Stories. I talk about my whole entire life pretty much. I don't know if I really talked about my 20s. I think I did, but I have multiple videos talking about my life. I've had a pretty rough life and very difficult life. And with me starting these travels and everything, and living in nature, the number one reason why I did that was to try to deal with my past and everything that I went through in my past and confront my past, because after I confront my past, then I'd like to leave it in the past, because it is the past. So I prefer not to really talk about my past anymore. I don't like my past, but I've shared on multiple videos, everything I've gone through and how I grew up and stuff like that. James also said, B, what was Miami like for you? Because you made a very tiny reference to that only once. I did live in Miami when I was in my early 20s. I only lived down there, I think it was for like, excuse me, 2 years. I went down there because I was a bartender. Here, why don't you lay right here, baby? You lay right here? Lay down. I went down there because I was in the bar business. I was a bartender. And I knew that going down to Miami and being a bartender down in Miami was going to be a great job for me. So that's why I moved to Miami, was to go down there and bartend and make money. And that's what I did. Miami really wasn't my cup of tea because it's a big, huge fashion place or whatever. And I've never, even in my early 20s, was ever into fashion. So yeah. So I was only down there for 2 years. I did win an award for Best Bartender in Coconut Grove. So that was pretty cool. But only 2 years, and then I went back to Georgia. You mentioned living on the streets at some point. Are you able to tell us any more about this? How did it happen? Why? How long? And etc. So I did live on the streets a couple of times. It was mostly when I was a teenager. So I grew up in foster homes and group homes my whole entire youth. And a lot of these group homes and foster homes, they were not good. And so I would run away and I would go live on the streets because a lot of foster homes, I don't know how it is now, but that was, back in the day when I was in the foster care system, a lot of foster homes and foster parents did it for the money. So they could care less about us. A lot of the group homes could care less about us also. I remember being somewhere around the age of 10 years old, and one of the group homes that I was in had me sleeping in a crib. So I would run away constantly, and when I'd run away, I'd live on the streets, and I did that pretty much a lot throughout my teenage years. So that's when I lived on the streets, was through my teenage years. It was living on the streets, or going back to foster homes, group homes, or going to juvenile because I would run away. So that's that. Have you ever been egged into What? Entered or even won a wet t-shirt contest? No. Okay, we're just gonna say no on that. Let's see. So there's a lot. That's a lot of questions. So I want to take a chance to be able to answer everybody's questions. Venice Flicks. And also just want to let you guys know, if I see anything inappropriate on here, I'm just going to skip right through it. So, Venice Flicks said, "Hi, would love to hear your favorite playlist." I do have a favorite playlist, and I have it on Spotify. Pretty much some of my favorite artists are Xavier Rudd, Trevor Hall, Mike Love, Rising Appalachia. They're two sisters from Tennessee. Beautiful voices. My playlist is I have an extensive. I have a driving playlist, and then I have a favorite playlist. My driving playlist has everything on it because when I'm driving, I don't like to multitask. So I never know what kind of mood I'm going to be in for music when I'm driving. So I just have all kinds of music on my driving playlist. I have rock and roll, I have folk, I have country, I have relaxing music, I have techno, I have hip hop, I have reggae. I mean, it's just a whole collection of different types of music. And then my favorite playlist is some of those artists that I just shared with you. If you'd like to send me an email, and I'll send you a link if you have Spotify to my favorite playlist. All right. Chris Burns said, "Give me one good reason to become a member to your channel. You're gonna stop making videos 2 times a week. Besides getting a video, you aren't gonna make any more a day early. Why should I pay you monthly? You don't have to. You don't have to." I'll be honest with you guys why I started the memberships. Because I only started the memberships this year. I did not have memberships on my channel for all the other years that I've had YouTube. But YouTube started sending me emails every single week pushing the memberships. And I have to, oblige, things that YouTube wants us to do and everything. But it was every single week that YouTube was emailing me, sending me emails about the memberships. So I started the memberships. You don't have to pay for the memberships, because the memberships, all it is right now is I'm just doing some early release videos for my members. And really, it's just like Patreon. It's just a way for some people to want to show their support, and by giving us a monthly donation. I'm not the only YouTuber that has memberships. So I kind of had to do the memberships. I mean, eventually I'm going to figure out the membership things, and I'll probably start doing like some live videos for members or something like that. But for right now, because I have a lot on my plate of doing things here at the land and filming and editing and stuff, I'll figure things out, eventually. But yeah, you don't have to pay a monthly fee. You can still watch my videos. You can watch the same videos that my members are watching right now. So hope that answers your question. Let's see. Okay, Artie Wells said, "Hi Sarah, I'm a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're still here." And excuse me, and just started watching your channel a couple of weeks ago. And I have a question that may be a stupid question. They're not stupid questions. But I'm curious if you have ever thought of having a partner or have had a partner on any of your outings, other than my puppy, of course. Or maybe that's the idea, just going solo. I love your channel. Be safe out there. Thank you very much, Artie. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. No, I think I'm done with relationships, to be quite honest with you. I've done some videos on this before also, so I won't go into all of this. I believe these videos are underneath my life story playlist too. I have been, let's see, I want to get this right, because I started losing track after so long. So I have been celibate for about 10 years. So I've been celibate for about 10 years. Part of being on this journey that I was on with traveling and trying to find myself and discover who I was and everything, I also have realized that I am asexual. So with me being asexual, that is, I feel like that would be very hard to find somebody to be in a relationship that can respect that. I'm not going to get into the whole asexual thing because I did a whole entire video about the asexual thing. So you can go to my playlist section for my life stories, find the asexual video, watch it, and you'll understand more. Would I want to have a partner? Maybe sometime in the future. I don't want to be an old lady in my 90s being by myself and lonely and everything without a companion. You know, so I do think about my future and being lonely and stuff. But like I said, it's going to be hard to find somebody to respect the fact that I am asexual. Also, I do not want a partner right now because I am still working on myself mentally. I do not 100% love me yet. I'm not 100% happy. And in order for me to have a relationship with somebody else, that requires me loving them and giving them the attention and caring for them when I'm still trying to do all that for myself. I don't think I would be able to fully be in a relationship without messing it up, because I know I would mess it up until I could 100% get myself mentally where I need to be. Hope that made sense. And it wasn't a stupid question, so. So let's just see. Terry Duncan, you've been following me for a while on the channel, so thank you. I appreciate that. Like you said, you're an open book, so I don't really have any questions. I'm just enjoying your progress and looking forward to it all. P.S. I'll offer any advice I have from my lifetime of farming, homesteading, etc. You got this. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. I really enjoy seeing comments like that. Puts a smile on my face. And I am open to hear any suggestions that people have on this lifestyle of off-grid living on raw land and homesteading. I would love to hear it. Please send me an email, because this is all new to me. So, all new. Let's see. Jane Broker said, love your channel. You are an amazing lady. So honest, and thank you. Give little one a kiss for me. Mwah. That's from Jane. Mwah. That's from Jane. She said thank you. Oh, let's see. I'm just going to try to actually just read the questions. So there's a lot of nice comments on here complimenting me, and I appreciate that. So I am seeing those right now. Thank you so much. Let's see. Here's one. Am I gaining weight? I am. Thanks for noticing. I have gained some weight. Yes. Let's face it, I needed to gain some weight. I was underweight. I was very underweight. And over the last couple weeks, I have put a little bit of weight on me. I needed to put the weight on me. Yeah, so I purposely did that. I'm not getting any younger, let's face it. So I am getting older, and I'm trying to make sure that I have the best lifestyle for myself so I can be around as long as possible. I don't have any health issues right now, and I would like to keep that for as long as I can. I have gained the weight that I wanted to gain. Now I am going to maintain my weight. I do not need to be a stick figure. So, and that's basically what I was. So, yeah. So, thanks for noticing. I did gain some weight, but I needed to. All right, I'm going to make some brunch because I'm getting hungry and I hear my stomach growling. So we're just going to finish doing some more questions while I'm making lunch. Okay, so I'm just going to make a tuna sandwich because I need to go grocery shopping. I'm out of a lot of groceries. And normally for my tuna sandwich, I do obviously a boiled egg in it, but I'm out of eggs. So, no boiled egg. We're just going to do a tuna sandwich without boiled egg. This up here. All right, give me 1 second. We'll get into the questions again. How come this isn't working? What's going on? Oh, that's why. It wasn't plugged in. The pump wasn't plugged in. Oh, little one. Little one loves tuna, and she can smell it right now. She knows what Mama's doing. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. It's starting to get warm in here, too. We might have to move over to the shed. Alrighty. Next question. I got my laptop over here. Trans Van Girl. I like that name. Cute. Cute name. Hope you guys can see me. I don't know if you guys can see me. I was wondering, do you drink alcohol at all? Or are you totally sober? And if you're sober, what do you do to calm yourself? Good question. I am sober. And I've been sober for 8 years now. So, completely sober. 8 years ago, I quit drinking and never looked back. And I was a really bad alcoholic. Very bad alcoholic. I needed to quit drinking. And I honestly think that if I would not have quit drinking 8 years ago, I would not be standing here talking to you guys right now. So, what do I do to calm my nerves? Because we all know that I am a hot mess and suffer with a lot of mental stuff. What I do to calm my nerves is edibles. Edibles, and I do smoke a little bit of good old ganja. I'm not a, what is the word, avid smoker, I guess, you know, with marijuana, but it's only when I get really stressed out about something, or I feel like one of my mood swings are coming on, or anything like that, and then I will take a hit, one hit, and I'm good to go. The edibles are for me to go to sleep, because that will hit me right away. The edibles take about 30 to 45 minutes to hit me. So, that's what I do. And meditate. I kind of lost my will and track of meditating this year, but I really need to start meditating again. But meditation was a huge part of my life and my journey, and my happiness and everything. So meditation definitely was huge. All right, let's give little one some tuna. Little one, let's get a little bit of tuna. Tuna. Oh, we love tuna. I only give her little pieces. So for everybody that's gonna say, oh, tuna's not good for her, she's been having tuna for her whole entire life. She's about to be 14 years old. Oh my gosh. In a couple of days, it's gonna be your birthday. Oh no, I forgot. It's gonna be little one's birthday. She's gonna be 14 years old in a couple of days. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. July 5th will be her birthday. So next Sunday. Yay! Can you give Mama a high five? High five! Yay! Okay, that's enough. So yeah, she's been eating tuna her whole entire life, but I obviously don't give her a whole lot. And she's 14, and you guys can see she's still doing good. Still doing good. Okay, back to finishing making my sandwich, and after I get it made, I'm gonna take a break and eat, because I'm not gonna sit here and stuff my face and eat on camera with my mouth full answering questions. So, but going off grid in Arizona, that's where I am. Asked me, what websites did you find best results in your land search? Landwatch.com is my favorite website for searching lands. So landwatch.com. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, that's the main website that I just use. I looked at all the other land sites and all that stuff, but landwatch.com was definitely the best one. I'm not even going to get into the other websites, because that was the one that I trusted the most and everything. So, do you recommend I consider owner financed properties? I can't tell you that. That is a decision that you would have to make. I've never done that. You know, this property that we have right here is completely paid off. I did go into this property with 2 other people. So, therefore, going into this property with 2 other people, we were able to split it 3 ways. And that saved us a tremendous amount of money, all 3 of us. So, but the owner financing thing is something that you would have to figure out and see if that was something that you would want to do. I will say this though, and I'm not familiar with the owner financing stuff, but I think it also has something to do with how much money you have in the savings account and how much money you have saved, and how fast you want to start building on your property, you know, right away. So if you don't have a whole lot in savings and you want to get land and you want to start doing things right away when you get the land, I mean, you don't have to do everything overnight, because I'm not. You can do it in pieces, because, you know, financially wise, I don't have a lot of money in my savings either. So I'm having to do things in pieces. And yeah, so, but you know, there are the important things that you need to get done right away. So, so yeah, so if you don't have a lot of money saved up in the savings and everything, then maybe that would be the route that you would probably go with, is the owner financing, where you would put a deposit down and then make monthly payments, or until you can pay it off. And then that way you're not completely broke buying the land, and not being able to start doing stuff on your land when you first get out there. Let's see. What are some of the red flags you can share on which properties to avoid And what are some things a newbie like me should be looking for in a property? Or can you share a list of features? So I'm just going to go ahead and just say, when purchasing property, you need to figure out what's best for you. What kind of climate do you like? Like, I personally think that you should definitely get property in terrain and what is the word? I'm having a brain freeze. Somewhere where you feel like you'll be happy, where you're gonna, like the desert. I'm here in the high desert right now. I love the desert. A lot of people don't like the desert. Where I'm at was some of the best deals on land. But did I choose this land? Me and my friends, did we choose this land right here just because it was a great deal, and the prices were good, and the restrictions with the county were not that strict? Yes, those were all things that we put into consideration. But all three of us love the desert. So if we did not like the desert and we were not desert people, we would not have purchased the land. So please make sure, because that is your lifetime, your home, you know, everything, and you have to be happy where you're at. You need to figure out, do you want 40 acres? Because if it's just you, do you really need 40 acres? But then again, having 40 acres, you have the whole entire area to yourself and no neighbors, you know. So you need to figure out what you really want. But then also, when looking at land, because I did this, you need to call each of the counties that you find this land in. Call each of the counties, talk to them, and if you can, even take a drive over and talk to them face to face. But you need to document everything that you talk to them about. I did a whole video about the county where I'm at right now and how things kept changing with them. I called them, even came up here, met them face to face before even purchasing the land. And you know, things were just changing constantly with what we could and could not do. I got it all straightened out now. Everything's fine though. So yeah, so you need to call, you need to do your research. Do your research. You need to ask them, you know, what you can and cannot do on the land. You need to know what your zoning codes are, because your zoning codes are going to tell you whether you can build or whether you can have animals or anything like that. But just your number one start is finding the land that you like and calling the counties and document everything with the counties. Everything. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, eat real quick. Got my tuna, mayonnaise, and then I've got these broccoli sprouts, microgreens that I'm going to put, yum, 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 yum. I'm going to put on my sandwich, and then, yeah, we'll get back into it. Okay, got a full belly. I'm going to talk to you guys. And, oh, I should probably go grab my laptop so I can answer these questions. But real quick, I'm gonna do a couple of things because while I'm filming this video, oh goodness, and answering these questions, I need to get some work done. But let's see, what do I need to do? I think I'll put the laptop in here. Let me grab the laptop so I can answer questions. Got the laptop. I got to put it in here though, so I can see it. Let's see. Next question. Oh, Anna Paulina said, how can anyone say anything negative and nasty about you? These people are so sad and hurtful people. As they say, hurt people. You're such a wonderful, kind, caring person, so don't ever change. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's just evil people in the world. And I'm not the only YouTuber that deals with it. Not at all. There's just miserable people that never leave their house, and they have nothing else better to do but to sit at home with no friends and get on their little keyboard, start typing away. And I personally think the reason why they do it is because they don't have any interaction, because they never leave their house, and because they're miserable and they don't have friends. So their way of interacting with people and trying to get interactions is to say negative and horrible stuff about people and hope that other people will respond to them. And then they have somebody to talk to. That's my opinion. I'm trying to get better with the negativity and the comments from these negative people, but I've said it before and said it a million times. I suffer with mental illnesses, and things affect me a little bit differently than others. I worked in the bar business for 30 years dealing with drunk, obnoxious people, and being a YouTuber and being on social media is way worse than being in the bar business. That says a lot. See what the next question is. Whew. Okay, let's see. It's starting to get warm too. So I need to get some of this stuff done before it gets really warm. And yeah, and then I got an AC unit for the shed, but I don't want to bring you guys in the shed yet because I want you guys to see the shed on another video. Pretty excited about the shed right now. Okay. Lauren Bex said, new sub. I'm just wondering how you can afford to do everything. Do you have a full-time job or a side job besides YouTube? Or does YouTube pay fairly well? Let's move that comment up. That's a good question, Lauren. As of right now, I do rely solely on YouTube. And then I have Patreon, but I don't make that much money off of Patreon. And so basically, yeah. And then I just recently published a cookbook, and I was selling my cookbooks, and that was a nice, it replenished my savings good, you know, to sell some of the cookbooks. I still have a lot of cookbooks left, by the ways. You know what? I think I grabbed the wrong solar panel. I think I did. Oh, Jesus. All right. I don't know. I got to figure out where... All right, I'm going to have to come back to this. I got to figure out where the plug is for that. Anyways, I was trying to charge one of my power stations because it's dead. What were we talking about? Oh, money. So yeah, I do rely solely on YouTube. YouTube is my job, and right now, I do not make the big bucks. There's some months, I'll be straight up honest with you guys. There are some months with my paychecks with YouTube that they are not even $1,000. So I'm not making the big bucks right now, but I'm a minimalist and I live very minimal. I'm a penny pincher. I always have been. So I don't go out to eat. I don't go out and party. I'm not into fashion, like clothes and all that stuff. So my clothes, if it's over $20, $25 for a piece of clothing, I'm not buying it. I love thrift stores, you know, so I'm an extreme minimalist. When I grocery shop, I am trying to find the best deals on grocery shopping and everything. So yeah, and you know, I had money in savings when I first started traveling 5 years ago, and you know, that obviously started dwindling down, and I did get some seasonal jobs in the beginning of my travels so I could replenish my savings. Then last year was probably the worst year for me by far on the road. There were tons, almost over half of the year, almost every one of my paychecks were barely reaching $1,000. So last year was pretty hard for me. That's when I published my cookbooks, and selling the cookbooks, I was able to replenish a lot of my savings. I was also able to replenish the money I spent on the cookbooks. So yeah, I'm a pretty smart person, and I do know that if I started, you know, having problems where I was going broke, I guess, or the YouTube channel wasn't doing good anymore or anything, I'd go get a job. I've supported myself since I was 16 years old. Signed myself out of state's custody, you know, from the foster care system at 16, and lived on my own since I was 16. So if I felt like I needed to go get a job, you better believe I would go get a job. So, but I'm just a minimalist. I live very minimal, I guess is the word. I need to figure out where this cord is. Let's see. Oh. Well, Miss Judy said on the Q&A video, you know, people really, before you comment under people's videos, you should probably try watching the video first before you leave comments. Because whatever thing you want to say on the person's video, like comment, the answer will probably be in that video. So Judy said, while discussing the money out of your account and during your dance, because I danced on the video, there is grass outside your window. So you are not at your property. You're correct. I wasn't at my property in that video. And in that video, I told you I wasn't at the property. And in the video before that, I told you I wasn't at the property. So, because I believe you're the same one that's been leaving a lot of comments underneath my channel, basically accusing me of lying about a lot of things. I don't lie. I'm pretty honest. I've never lied about getting the property with 2 other people. Said it plenty of times in the videos. The titles of my videos, no, I don't say me and 2 other people in 40 acres because it's not their channel, it's my channel. And I have my own little area. And really, that's a lot of stuff to put in the title of a video. So I never lie about that. I've said it in lots of my videos. I thank people when they help me, you know, so because this person accused me of that also, of, oh, you don't do everything by yourself. You have people come and help you. You should acknowledge that. I do. And I thank them. on my channel. I even, if they're not camera shy, show them. And if they're a YouTuber, I shout their channel out. So, hope that answers all your questions, Miss Judy. Where is little doggy? Yes, it's an evil world. Aren't you scared to be alone, away from civilization? That is from Roger Cottrell. Hope I said your name right. I know I said Roger right. I don't know about the rest of it. My doggy is in the bus. You guys saw her earlier. It is an evil world, most definitely. And am I scared to be alone away from civilization? That's a good question. Scared? No. Takes a lot to scare me. Worried? Yes. Am I alone right now? Nope. I have 2 other people that I got land with. And that will explain why I got land with other people. So I've been wanting to get land for a while, for at least a couple of years now. And I've been looking online at land for a couple of years now. But I didn't want to get land by myself. I would have liked to get land by myself, but realistically, with me putting myself all over social media and being a YouTuber and everything, I felt unsafe to get land by myself. So I thought it would be smart and safe to get land with either another person or other people. And that's what I did. I dealt with a stalker for 2 years. I haven't heard anything from him in a while, so that's good. I also get absurd, threatening emails almost every week in my emails. So I save all my emails too from these threatening, creepy people and everything. They're all in a whole entire file. So with having to deal with stuff like that, there's a fly around me. I did take a shower this morning, by the way, guys. So with having to deal with threatening emails and crazy stuff like that, I mean, it's very inappropriate things that I deal with. And then even in the comments, you guys see them in the comments, you know. And so having to deal with stuff like that and being a female, even though I have protection, multiple forms of protection, I still felt unsafe getting land by myself because I knew that the land that I wanted to get would be secluded, far away from society, and in the middle of nowhere, like here. So that's why I got property with these 2 people. These 2 people that I got this property with, I've known them for a while. We're working our way into them getting on camera. So in due time, I will introduce you guys to them. All 3 of us have multiple forms of protection. I feel safe with them. One of us is always here at the property at all times, so now I don't have to worry about my stuff being here by itself. We have that rule of thumb that one person must be here at the property at all times. You know, we've only been here for a few months, so we need to figure out the area and figure out things before we feel comfortable even taking a ride to the grocery store, all 3 of us, you know. So, and then I can sleep like a baby, you know, at nighttime now and not have to worry about, oh God, what was that noise outside of my bus? Is that somebody walking around my bus? You know, so, and my emails that I get, the threatening, absurd emails, they don't bother me as much now because I'm not alone right now. I have a peace of mind. So, but scared, I'll never be scared. So all the threatening emails that I get and all the absurd comments that I get, I've been through a lot worse. And I've pulled through it, as you can see, because I'm standing here talking about it. So all these threats and negative things, yeah, it'll get under my skin a little bit, because I think what really bothers me the most about it is that people can just be so unkind. That's what bothers me. Especially when I'm somebody that practices kindness every single day and onto other people, you know, when I go out in public and everything, to complete strangers, you know, it just baffles me how some people could be so evil and have so much hatred in their heart. That's what bothers me. But does it scare me? No, not at all. Not at all. Not with the stuff I've been through in my life. This is a comedy compared to the stuff I've been through. So scared? No, not at all. Okay, I came back in because it was getting hot outside. Oh, and the wind was picking up, so I had to come back in. Mainly the wind. Sorry about the bed being unmade. I got up extra early this morning, went and took a shower and did some laundry, so I washed my bedspread. I just haven't put it back on the bed yet. Anyways, what we were just talking about, it's so funny because the comment right underneath that question that I just answered from Mary Chambers says, humankind, be both. Thank you, Mary. I agree. Mary, you might have the best comment on my whole entire channel. So thank you. I appreciate that. Roger, you're back with another question. Roger said, are there any bears around there? Do you guys want to answer that question for me, please? Go ahead, answer it. Roger would like to know if there's any bears around me. It's a joke. It's a running joke that I have on the channel. You know, I was full-time traveling for 4.5 years. I went to over 22 states. I've been in those 4.5 years. During bear season, I would purposely go where bears were supposed to be. I've had this infatuation of mine that I would like to see a bear out in the wild. I'm a huge animal person. I love animals so much, and whenever I see any kind of wildlife out in the area, I'm like a little kid and get so excited when I see any kind of wildlife. Even if it's a wildlife that I don't like, I still get excited just seeing any kind of wildlife out there. And I've never seen a bear. People say there's bears out there, but is there really a bear? Is there really bears out there? Because I haven't seen them. I have driven deep into forest in Washington, Oregon, Montana, bear country, trying to find bear. And I don't know if I'm just a bear repellent or what. But in my mind, I think bears are like unicorns. Until I see one out in the wild, I'm going to look at them as a unicorn. So to answer your question, are there bears out here? If there were, they're not going to be now because I'm here. No, one of our neighbors down the road did say that they had spotted one black bear in the area. I think last year or the year before or whatever. So there is like one black bear that they know of in the area. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? This is not a question, but I am going to share this comment right here because I would just like to share this comment. Teresa Michael commented and said that she is 72 years old, living with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I may have said the first word wrong. She said, my journey makes her life more interesting. I look forward to your videos and I love watching you build your perfect little home. Thank you for taking us along. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing that with me. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that you have stage 4 breast cancer. I hope that it's treatable, and I am inspired by you and your comment that you left me. It makes me feel good to know that my videos help you through a rough time, basically, is what I'm saying. If you have followed my channel for a while, and I think you have, because I know your name, Teresa Michael, because I have a friend of mine actually named Tessa Michael, so when I see Teresa Michael, it kind of reminds me of my friend Tessa. Cancer is a big thing for me. I've lost a few friends and taken care of a few friends of mine. I was their caretaker during their cancer. So I thank you very much, and I really appreciate this comment right here and telling me that my videos help you. So thank you. I appreciate that. And you better kick that cancer's butt in the butt. Yes, ma'am. Alrighty, let's see. What Sharon Anthony said, what is my little one's name? I have watched you for about 6 months and I cannot recall his name. Well, it's a her. She is a she. I do call her little one a lot. And I know a lot of people probably think that's her name is little one, but it's not. Her name is actually Taja. Taja with a J. T-A-J-S-A. I just call her little one a lot. I know it's a bad habit. But she does have an actual name, and it's Taja. Taja means princess. My dog that I had before her, her name meant princess also. Sarah means little princess. So I kind of like to keep the little theme going of we're all princesses. So her name is Taja. So yeah. Alright, so I think this video probably should come out to about an hour right now. And I don't want to overwhelm you guys with any longer than that, you know. So, and I want you guys to be able to hear all these answers that I have of these questions. So, I know that you guys can get bored of a video if it's any longer than an hour. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. I'm going to go out here, get some work done real quick, and then we'll do a part 2, and we'll finish up all the questions for part 2, which will be the next video, obviously. And then, yeah. So, it looks, oh, and I was wrong. There wasn't thousands of comments, like I said in the beginning of the video. I thought there was, but I saw there were thousands of views and thousands of likes. So there's not thousands of comments, so we're not going to be here with part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we're not going to be here with a 2-hour-long video, another 2-hour-long video, or another 2-hour-long video. So you only get part 1 and part 2 videos. So, yeah. So you guys just stay tuned. Wait till part 2, and I will answer the rest of all the questions in part 2. But for the time being, I think I said there were a couple of videos for you to go and check out that went with some of the questions that I answered. Basically, all those videos, you want to know more about me, just go to my whole entire playlist section called My Life Stories. I have one video, I can't remember the name of it, but it pretty much tells you everything. The one video. I'm going to see if I can find it real fast while I have you guys on here. Need to go to my channel, find my playlists. So this is what I'm doing. I went to my main page At the very top where it says home, video, shorts, live, playlist, you click on the playlist one. And then scroll down until you can find the playlist that's titled My Life Stories. Found it. And if you really want to know my whole entire life, find the video that's called, where is it at? Not that one. Not that one. It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. So find the video that's titled My Emotional Story of Triumph Over a Horrible Life. That one right there pretty much tells you everything about my past. I was definitely an open book. That's the video that I think I shared everything and laid it out on the table. Things that I had never shared before with you guys were shared in that video. So that's the video you guys should go watch. If I can remember when I edit this video and put this video together, I'll see if I can remember. I'll put the link of this video at the very end of this video right here. So if you want to know more about my past and why I'm standing here right now, that's the video to watch. And then I think I mentioned about the asexual. That video is also under that playlist. And that video is titled My Journey to Self-Discovery and Asexuality on the Road. So you can find both of those videos in the My Life Stories playlist. Okay, guys, I'm going to go out and pull some weeds up. I got to go pull some weeds up today because they're starting to get big out there on my gravel. And stay tuned for part 2. I kind of like doing these Q&As. I really do. I feel like I just did a live video with you guys. All right, till next time.